Mark.
Hi, Sonicstate. I'm Mark Verbos from Verbos Electronics. We're here at the 2019 NAMM show.
You've got 2 new products, right?
Well, technically we have 3 new products. We have expanded our cable selection from being 2 lengths of gray cables to keeping the longer one that we had in gray, but making the short ones red, and an additional 100 centimeter one in black, and the most coveted cable in modular synthesizers, the 1/4 inch on one end to mini plug on the other end adapter cable that we use for plugging into mixers and what have you.
Did you have to make those because you accused me of stealing your one?
Yeah. Well, the most important cable that I had was stolen by you while I was in London, and I had to actually manufacture a product line in order to replace that one cable.
Excellent.
So then the next we have the next product we're showing is the control voltage processor, which is a voltage processor broken up into 3 sections. The lower 2 are the same as each other and can mix and invert and crossfade and offset voltages. So these 2 inputs have attenuverters, as they call them, or reversing attenuators to scale and invert. And this is a voltage-controlled crossfader, which can be used in addition to for crossfading. It can be used as a VCA that opens up with more voltage or closes with more voltage, and then an offset. So that twice, and then the top section is a separate positive and negative voltage controlled slew, so or slew rate limiter. So you have a control for slowing down the voltages that are rising, and a control for slowing down voltages that are falling, with reversing attenuators to voltage control those. Control to blend between linear slopes and so-called RC curve, which is exponential in the classic sense, not using feedback where the voltages end up in these shapes, but actually so that the beginning of all changes are fast and the end of the changes are slow, making rising edges convex and falling edges concave. A trigger for a flip-flop that allows it to be used as an attack decay envelope generator with a gate that goes high when the voltage is below, it goes into the negative region, so it allows a loop. And finally, its most unique feature, what's called bounce, which is actually resonance on the low-pass filter that is the voltage-controlled slew. So when voltages change, they will overshoot their destination by the amount of the bounce that the bounce control is set to, and the overshoot will be at the rate of the attack or the positive slew control. So in effect, it creates something similar to the sound that we'd expect from if we were doing flanging with analog tape reels, where one of the reels is stopped and then let go, it would bounce back to its original speed and sort of bounce past or overshoot and come back.
So you can use it with an audio signal as well?
Well, a slew rate limiter with an audio signal is
just
really
like
just being
low-pass.
low-pass
Yeah.
filtered. So the range you could, but the fastest rates here are in the low audio range, so it wouldn't be very. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but it probably wouldn't be that satisfying. Then the last product that we're showing is the Mini Horse, which is a touch plate keyboard in 42 HP that has 12 keys that are independent circuits. Each of those keys has a position out, a pressure out, and a gate out that are all functioning simultaneously. And and then a master section where last note priority engages whichever was the last note played. Its position, pressure, and gate out become active in the master, as well as a variable CV from the knob that's next to the key coming out of the variable out, and a so-called fixed output, which is a CV that's between 0 and 10 volts, depending on rising in voltage as we're getting to the higher number keys, which would be effective for parameters, probably more like parameters that are not pitch related, for perhaps making a filter open up more on the higher keys.
Yeah, so you could slide your finger up and use the fixed output.
Correct. The function of the position controls is it has memory of where the last position, the last touch was on the key. So it can, in the patch that we have right now, we can actually draw what we're connected to the level controls on the harmonic oscillator, and we can actually swipe across the keys to make a mix. And wherever we leave them, they remain. Yeah.
I've got to ask, why mini horse?
Long story, but everybody loves mini horses. Alessandro Cortini once said, "You should die if you don't like mini horses." So, given the fact that it's a smaller keyboard, it's mini in that respect, smaller than what we had done previously with a full 84 HP. But also, it's just a nice name and a nice concept.
Excellent. And when are you hoping to have everything out?
These are our functional prototypes, but we haven't actually gone into production yet. So we should expect the first units to appear in February, I think late February.
Excellent.
Definitely shipping and in retailers before Super Booth.
And price point?
The prices that we're going with are, since we're based in Germany now, our prices are listed in euro. We're talking about 450 for the voltage processor and 600 for the mini horse.
Excellent. Mark, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Bye.